Hey everybody, this is Randy from Standout Teaching Strategies. I am going to talk about a book that I love that I've started working with this year, and I'm way excited about it. So, at the beginning of the school year, our instructional coach invited everybody into her office and said, "Here are some books that we have." And I found this book, the Reading Strategies book. It's by Jennifer, and she makes things so simple. So I just flipped through it, and the first thing I did, because it was the beginning of the school year, and I kind of wanted to revamp my reading log, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And on page 65, there was this beautiful picture of a reading log. And so I liked the way that it was set up. It seemed simple and easy. I liked that you could do it at home or at school so that there was continuity. So I borrowed the book and I recreated the reading log, and I've been using it this year, and it's worked really well for me so far this year. Um, then, knowing that it was the beginning of the year and that things were crazy, I returned the book because I just couldn't keep up with everything at the beginning of the year. You guys know how it is. So then after, in about October, a fellow teacher invited us all to a little course she was teaching, and she decided to do a book study on this book, and I was so excited. So because I'd had some familiarity with it and had looked at the book, I decided to buy it. And what I really loved is we each picked a strategy for that week, and then we worked on it and we taught it, and then we came back and revisited as a group. And there were many strategies that I learned how to do, and many strategies that I worked with that were really good and that helped me. The strategy that was on page 65 wasn't just about the reading log. It talked about taking time to rate your reading log and do reflections. And they used post-it notes, and they talked about how you could use that reading log. And so I really just love this book because it's really simple. There's about a strategy per page. So here's how the book is set up. So it starts off that there's certain goals that they each have. So the first goal is supporting pre-emergent and emergent readers. The second goal is teaching reading engagement, focus, stamina, and building a reading life. The third goal is supporting print work, increasing accuracy, and integrating sources of information. The fourth goal is teaching fluency, so reading with phrasing, intonation, and automaticity. The fifth goal is supporting comprehension in fiction, understanding plot and setting. And then the sixth goal is supporting comprehension in fiction, thinking about characters. The seventh goal is supporting comprehension in fiction, understanding themes and ideas. The eighth goal is supporting comprehension in nonfiction, so determining main topics, and ideas. The ninth goal is supporting comprehension in nonfiction, so determining key details. And the 10th goal is supporting comprehension in nonfiction, getting the most from text features. The 11th goal is improving comprehension in fiction and nonfiction understanding of vocabulary and figurative language. 12th goal is supporting students' conversations, speaking, listening, and deepening questions. And the goal 13 is improving writing about reading. And what I love about this is it covers that whole gamut, the whole reading gamut that we try to do. And she also covers the gamut from students who are reading emergent and beginning all the way through. And I love that. And I love that, teaching those kids how to read is almost as important as reading itself. because I can read a million miles an hour. I work with special needs kids. I have kids who can read anything I can put in front of them, and they have this amazing ability to read, but they can't comprehend what they've just read. So if without that comprehension, it's not real reading. I may be able to pronounce supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but if I have no idea what it means nothing to me. Besides, it's a fun word to say. Um, so, in each of those goal areas, she breaks it down into different strategies. And then she has tested this book throughout many different places and has um, had other people try it across the country and send in things. So she goes in and she looks at things that have worked. So basically, she goes from those goals down to skills and then to specific strategies that you can use to be able to build up those goals and those skills. And so, what I love is each of her pages are super easy. You don't have to read from beginning of the cover to the end to be able to get this understanding, because I don't have time for that. I skim read, I try to glean what I can, but to read front to back cover of like 300 pages, I don't have time for that. So she, with each one, she usually has the strategy and she describes it. Then she goes into the teaching tips and she talks about it. And then she has specific prompts or things that you can say to try to get those strategies out. She has what she calls hat tips. These are kind of referencing where she got this strategy from, maybe where she gleaned some of those strategies from, and then visuals. And she has examples of visuals. Also, she has in the margins, she usually has the level that you would work with the student with, which kind of genre or text type that this would be used for, specific skills it is. Sometimes she has lesson language, so like how you would talk about it, so like how you would describe the strategy or explain it. And then, like I said again, there's prompts that would help you to be able to like prompt you on what to say. And what I love about it is it's simple, it's easy, it's quick. So if I need like to work on a specific strategy, I can just pull that out. So I am totally excited about this book. So what I'm going to do is Mondays are my motivation Mondays. So if you were on my blog on Monday, you saw Miracle Morning. I'm going to continue going into deeper about that. It's going to be on Mondays. Wednesday, I'm going to focus on its teaching strategies. And we're going to start with kind of looking at these reading strategies. She has a book coming out about writing strategies soon, so that will be kind of fun to look at too. I'm also going to glean things from other places. And then Fridays, I'm going to do my funny of the day, or things that are kind of funny that have come out. So with this first strategy, I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk about my reading log. I'm going to, below the video, I'm going to give you how to link to getting the free reading log that I created from Teachers Pay Teachers. But with rating your reading log, she talks about how you are able to talk with the student as they're doing their reading and talk about, hey, are you able to find a good place? What are some things that you learned? And have them look at their reading logs so they can see, hey, I may have multiple books. I may be reading too many books. I may just need to focus in on one. Or maybe I'm not reading enough. Maybe like I'm getting bored with this book and maybe I need to extend my genre. Or maybe I'm only focusing on nonfiction books and I need to add a little bit of fiction books in, or vice versa. Looking at students' reading logs and helping them to determine what they need, and helping them to be able to have some say. Also, if I took 45 minutes to read 10 pages, maybe this book is too hard, or maybe I got distracted. And just having them be able to look at their reading log and to be able to pull out that information and be able to figure out um, what they what they can do. Um, just part of her hat tips. So she kind of got this from Building a Reading Life, Stamina, Fluency, and Engagement by Calkins and Tolan. So I am going to below. I will link to the reading log. I will also link to the book on Amazon. Um, I only link to things that I love and that I enjoy. So um, I'm not going to link to anything that I don't enjoy. So I really love this book. It's totally worth buying. Um, we have enjoyed it so much in my um, group and in my thing. We also talked about a Facebook page. So after this video, I'm going to start talking and I'll actually link to Facebook so that you can see some of the stuff that's in the Facebook group. So I hope that you enjoy this book and you enjoy learning about it as much as I have. So thank you so much. Okay, here I am at the Reading Strategies um, book page. So once you join, people post in here all the time. So like every day there's posts and stuff. But what's really cool about here is you can look at their events. Like they just had, she was on Facebook Live. And so you're able to see that. So you can go back and look at there. There's some other ones that you can look at some of the events that they've held. There's also, you have access to some videos that she's posted so that you can be able to see and glean some stuff from videos that they have. But what's really neat in the gold mine of this is there's actually files. So some of the things that are in the book, some people have already created those strategies. They've also linked them to standards and looked at the third grade strategies or different, here's the third grade strategies or the first grade strategies, different ones like 40 book challenge parent letter. So here are this whole gold mine of things that we don't have to recreate. These conferring menus are so neat. Oh, I might need to make that smaller so you can see. But look, they talk about, when I confer or meet with a kid, here are some things here's some strategies that I can talk about. Here's the goals or skills that I can talk about with them on their different reading levels. How awesome is that? And it's just all right there on this Facebook page. It's such a gold mine. So I definitely recommend that you hop on over to the Facebook page and just be able to look at some of the stuff that they've posted on here because it is just amazing. So it's the Reading Strategies book community. So I hope that you find that helpful in helping you be able to glean some more from this wonderful book.